planet Neptune's and land of physical of the world that's still physical. Yo, late night chat, physical media, video games, movies, whatever. Yo, are y'all ready for 2030 and the predictions that you will be fully in rental paradise in 2030? That's not far from now. We're about to be 3 months of October, November, like 3 months away from 2024, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, like another couple years away. Yo, the next decade is going to be interesting, y'all. 2030 is going to be an interesting era to be alive in. Um, it's a part of life. Like, yo, are you collecting physical media now? Because in the next 3 to 5 years, I don't even say five. I say in the next 3 to 4 years is going fully in that direction. They're saying by 2030, you will own nothing. Well, for the ones that don't obtain for these past 2 decades, these 20 years, or for the past 100 years, if you didn't obtain your property, you know, if you didn't obtain A, B, C, and D, you will be renting for the rest of your days. You will live under somebody else's roof for your entire life if you don't break through the norm in this coming future. The only way you will live otherwise is by breaking the norm and making like a substantial amount of money in that period of time to be able to do something that is different from the norm. They're saying corporates might own 60, if not more, percent of the country. Yo. So whoever already is the 40% or whatever percent that owns stuff now, you only got a couple of years left, and it even goes for myself. Yeah. Future portfolios ain't only gonna be a house and stock. It's gonna be certain physical objects that was obtainable right now in this modern day and in the past. That's gonna be unobtainable in the future. That's gonna be portfolios for a lot of people. So you know, what kind of investments are you making now for your future? Late night chat about physical media. Yo, to an extent, I'll probably participate in this future of renting stuff, but I think I said it before. It'll be like certain maybe platforms I may use, and then a lot of other ones I won't be using in my coming future when it comes to media. Um, so maybe in the coming future, if for video game wise, Sony and Microsoft could catch up to Steam, maybe they could get my interest of engagement. But at the moment, nah, I'm not like I'm not interested. Yeah, in using them kind of things. I'm still satisfied with using physical media, and I can't see myself renting in the future, paying rental subscriptions and just never physically having something, because humans are going to be subjected to like 3 box room apartments or whatever is going to be I think that's very interesting. What is this rental's future? This renter's future? What is this that is going to be coming in the next 6 years? They saying like by 2030. What is this coming that everybody's talking about? Oh, like the next Xbox is coming out is fully digital. So it could be in the next 2 3 years that we're going in. Like we got to see what's going on with this next Nintendo coming out. Is it going to be cartridge based? And like how they said, like how the DS transitioned into the 3DS, that was two different forms of cartridges. So I'm always somehow through a lot of my life ahead of the game when it comes to certain things. So I think I'll be all right for 2030, 2040, and 2050 in my life when it comes to like collecting physical media. Um, I'll just keep doing it right now until it goes to like for my behalf. Once it starts reaching that like 40 $50 mark, I think I will be gladly backing out of it. But for some blessed reason, collectors and whatnot, or people who go after objects, somehow good stuff always stay lingering around for a good period of time. So I'm gonna have a hunch that a person could still obtain objects by 2030. I mean, I'm gonna have objects to sell in 2030. So people will still be able to obtain stuff for reasonable prices off the internet. Um, unless you come to a apocalypse era where people start hoarding things, and then if people wind up making investments on behalfs for material in that direction, then I don't know what to say. You should have bought your stuff yesterday. Like what, that GameStop sale that just happened like 2 days ago or something. I only bought something one time. I went through the whole list, and to be honest, for my behalf, I ordered what I would want to order out that list, and I'm good. So we'll see how this Black Friday goes with them for this year, or Black Friday between all the other businesses, and that'll depend who I'll maybe buy like 400 or 500 bucks worth of stuff from. But I feel like this the end of 2023 is a little slow. It's not like another influx of. There are games I'm interested in, but it's like the prices they have them at. I'm not spending that price for them. It's just I feel in my budget it's just not the best investment to make. Like eventually I'm gonna make a trip down south and try to check out some businesses where maybe I could get like a bulk load of maybe a couple hundred DVDs and games or maybe stuff for like $1, $2 a piece. That's one of my next ventures I'm gonna try to do soon. I want to try to obtain like a good couple hundred, like 500 or better, like use DVD for movies and stuff like that, and just put it away. That's how I looked at it for myself when it comes to obtaining like media and stuff, instead of like $5 and $10 in myself to death on eBay. I'ma just find some place where they getting rid of it in a bulk load and spend a couple $100 and just buy that 1,000 CDs or whatever. And then that's how I have like 1,000 CDs of movies or whatever objects I could obtain through the businesses where I'm trying to go check out. But yo, rentals paradise, yo. You know, is easier said than done. Rentals paradise is easier said than done, y'all. Yo, that's easier said than done. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Electricity ever go out, you might be in an area that doesn't have good internet yet. That's why I buy physical. And it's funny, like that lost on the island thing. How I would explain that to anybody is whenever you're traveling, take along with you like maybe 10 pieces that, or, a couple pieces that you can enjoy while you're in another area, just in case like you might need that little source in the period of time to use while you're in different countries or different places. Physical media. What about like whatever media you use? If you take your system to another place and you don't got a VPN or whatever, that they lock you out from using that media in a different country, and you want to play with it or whatever, or watch it, which it is like that. There are certain shows that's you have to have a VPN for certain regions, and that's the only way you can watch that stuff. Otherwise, it's locked out from like U.S. media, like Netflix. You have to switch, if I'm right, your VPN or whatever to like a different country, and that's how you can watch Japan or whatever other place that has their form of media in that zone, and that could also be applicable to games as well. Let's say. So I don't know. I know my best bet is to buy a couple terabytes and just grab as much media as I can for myself that would be satisfiable for my lifetime, which is not a lot of media and stuff. I feel one external hard drive could have media for movies. Another one could be for like games, and I would be good with that. I don't really need much, and I don't really watch much TV either. you know, how can I say? I've watched a lot of different forms of collecting media videos for the past couple of years, and maybe I'm burnt out because when I watch a good amount of it at the moment, the I would tell anybody who wants to know about things at the moment, the best source is not YouTube at all. It's it's Twitter, and when which, not to say like I'm the only person talking about this, but anybody who's on YouTube who connects updates of what's going on with whether it's movie media or video game media, they connect it to Twitter on YouTube. That I would say that's a good format to follow, because there's a lot of games I know about that's gonna be coming out eventually, and nobody's talking about it. The creator of Metal Slug is coming out with another game soon, and he's already promoted it at the Tokyo Game Show that just passed like a week or two ago. He just promoted that the Tango Project Natsumi promoted the Shadow of the Ninja game, and nobody's talking about this on Video Game Collectors wise. Like if they did, they might have talked about it that one moment, but like I didn't look up on YouTube, but I want to check it out to look it up. But I don't think nobody American wise is talking about the new Metal Slug game. It's not called Metal Slug. It's a whole other new game, but it's the same format, and it's from the creator, and it looks like a beautiful game. I just forget what the name is at this random moment, but there are a lot of games from different developers that I don't see nobody shedding light upon them. From none of the videos, nobody's mentioning the name of the games, shedding any light upon them, and to my opinion, for some of these games, they really look like very good games. They look fantastic, very good games. So I would definitely say to y'all, if you want to learn up to date what's going on with a lot of different kind of projects, it's on Twitter. It's all on Twitter. Um, my one request I would say when it comes to like developers and publishers in Japan is that please y'all gotta start linking that to America, because like there was a thing or two that I don't fully know what it was, but just from the look of it, it was something with Sunsoft. It looked amazing. It looked like something to cop if if I was correct at what I was looking at. It looked like something to definitely buy. Um, there's a lot of cool physical media out right now, y'all, and being published eventually that it's not gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be cheap. I'm curious about a lot of these. I never really did that. None of these collector's editions with the statues and all that stuff. But I'm very curious about what that's gonna look like in value in like the next 5 and 10 years when we go fully digital. Um like that they start maybe hitting $1,000 and better mark for those expensive collection editions people were paying $200 for. That would be very interesting to see. What would be the turnaround eventually? Because they're like lost arcs maybe, but for some odd reason, to my own opinion, is in the physical video game collecting world. I feel like the company, all the like legendary companies, they're going out with a bang. They're going out with a bang right now. Maybe and hopefully and likely they will continue on even in the digital era. But for physical objects to obtain, they're going out with a bang right now. And when I mean a bang, it's like at the ending of action movies. That's when like you combine all your resources to try to do this one move to save like everybody and be the hero of the movie. You're going out with a bang. Um, there's a lot of great media to be collecting right now. That I don't think is going to be coming out again. Um, I definitely seriously feel that way. Like certain things that came out right now for the Switch, I don't think they're gonna come out ever again. I think that's it, unless like indie publishers like Strictly Limited Run wanna maybe come out with it again. I don't know, but I don't think they're gonna get published again for certain games that are have been out for a while now, and these I think would be great investments for young people to give them a little bit of shot of a different form of income in their coming future. That you know, I look at collecting physical media as a great investment. And yo, businesses thrived for more than 15 to 20 years in the rental era, y'all. In the era of renting and having like 100 tapes or whatever, they thrived for beyond a decade, and that's good. That's kind of really good money. So it's coming to happen in 360 all over again, another 20 years later, but through the digital market is the new way it's happening, and it's going to be extremely lucrative for those businesses that created the platforms people are already using. Amazon, Netflix, Disney Plus, whatever. People are already in tune for a good couple of years already with this kind of software. And for some reason, I'm gonna say I was into emulators from beyond a decade ago, way beyond like maybe 15, 20 years ago. I caught on to emulators. The first in the movies revealing, I think, of an emulator game was in the movie Hackers for me. And the dude thought he was getting busted for a copy of Super Mario 3. He thought they kicked down his door and everything for that one copy. Yo, that's only a couple kilobytes, and he thought he was about to do Fed time for a copy of Super Mario 3 in the movie Hackers. So from there, I like the main MAME raw emulator. Fantastic. I got to play tons of arcade games I would never get to play in my life. They just started putting out arcade games on this Switch and this modern era that you could download. My only way I was ever able to even see that was through that app name. Fantastic app that deserves its flowers. A lot of emulators, for some odd reason, the powers that be don't want to give them their flowers and cut them a check. Um, the people who use Unity to develop 3D NES, that was a great engine that you could plug. You could play any NES emulator and it would project it for 3D characters and stuff like that. That blew my mind when that first came out. And Nintendo still never created something like that to this day right now. 3D, look up 3D NES. That was a fantastic. That was one of the most, I would say, impressive emulators I've ever saw so far since emulators ever existed. Um, yeah, emulators. And then the powers that be don't want to give them their flowers and incorporate to work with these people. That if that 3D NES would have officially come out, I would have dramatically, like, definitely engaged with that a lot. And then if they could have figured how to apply that to the SNES as well as Genesis. So 2D games, and as soon as you pop it in, it turns into 3D. That's amazing. So this technology already been out for years, and they still don't want to come out with it. The officials don't want to come out with that, but it's already out. You can look it up on YouTube. So they're baby feeding. That's the thing I don't like about um most consoles and through the generations or whatever. It's like they're baby feeding us. And in reality, cell phones is been surpassed game systems. You're paying $1,000 every 800, 1,000 every other year for a new phone. Rentals paradise. Are you buying a movie that you want to watch one time for $8 lately? I haven't. I really, really 100% haven't since this whole thing came out. Because like I said, I come from the emulator era, torrents. But yeah, rentals paradise. Blockbuster need to come back out, man, and join the party. Rentals paradise. You're gonna be renting game systems again. Yo, that's tough, man. That's tough. That's about it. Renting for the rest of the days. 2030. You're gonna be renting in the year 2030. You're gonna be paying rent for an apartment. You're gonna be renting food. You're gonna be renting a car service. They're already doing something like that. That's crazy, even for the cars. They got like a service for what I think they already did it with Tesla, if I'm right. Act like you can get premium Benz. It's already happening with the cars. So you're renting an apartment, you're renting with the cars, you're renting food, you're renting a video game, you're renting relationships, renting a family. renting a pet, renting to work out. I pay rent to work out. I pay a monthly to work out. That's one of the greatest hustles. Renting. It's one of the greatest hustles ever. To rent. And people not realize you're paying rent. Yo, 100 and some odd dollars to play PlayStation, y'all. That's tough. That's tough, yo. Whenever I get back online to play video games, I don't even want it for the games. Like, oh, some games I get. I don't want none of that. I just want online. Well, I guess by the time I have to, I'm gonna have no choice because it's gonna be all digital. So the games I got probably ain't gonna be online playable anymore. But if they were, like, I just don't comply. I don't comply to the future to behold. Paying rent. It's a lot of rent, man. That's a lot of bills. Basically automated. Then they're gonna come out with apps. They're already working on the apps maybe right now in hopes that Sony will give permission to be connected to, so it could automate from your every 2 weeks, every month. It can automate like your bills. So um, you're gonna be renting. You gotta keep it positive, man. You gotta keep the comments positive if you don't mind me saying. But yeah. I need somebody to sponsor my unibrow. Ugh. Okay, I fixed it a little bit. I fixed it just a little bit. I plucked some of it out, like. But yeah, renting for the rest of your days. Renting digital media in 8K, in 22K. 2K Sports is the first 2K. They're the first to claim the two. They should have copywritten that. NBA 2K should have copyrighted anytime anybody add a number and a freaking K. How dare you? That's my number. It's my number. I came out with the K first. 2K Sports. They should have copywritten that. So anybody jack that, we take you to court. So that means every time all this media would have came out with this 4K, 8K, we started that. We did that first. And then that would have been a good investment to make in the past. To invest into 2K Sports, because they can sue anybody who uses the K logo. You'll be paid forever. You'll be paid for the rest of your days. Don't let if your family has a home, don't let go of it. You have any kind of portfolio, don't let go of it. Collect physical media now while it's cheap. That's not even a bad like a dollar a day for 1,000 days. Get 1,000, 2,000 DVDs, and just forget about them for like the next 5 to 10 years. It's only 2,000, $1 a day. Not even that. It could be a quarter or whatever a day. And then they turn around $30, $40 a DVD. Yup. Yup, I'm Rooney. All right, we wrapping this up. We out of here with the chit chat. Have a good night. Peace out.